Folks, how you doing? You are back to the Del Rivers Show. I'm your host, Mark Elliott.
And I'm Del.
Del Rivers. The king of comedy in upstate New York. And we were talking about the show earlier, and he referred to it as the Wayne's World for the geriatric set. Which is fairly appropriate if there's anyone watching. We know we got our diehard fan Gretchen, who's always out there, and our cult following in Tokyo, which we hope is not part of the sarin gas cult.
Right.
Yeah.
And hopefully maybe Judd Apatow, if he happens to...
I don't think he's going to be looking at those.
We're on his channel, at least. Funny or Die.
So Del was telling me, I asked him how things are going with Daisy the dog, and that's how things are going. Yeah. And he said it should be referred to as a Nipsey Russell Terrier.
Even though it's a cockapoo, it's like a nips. It
like the Jack
nip.
Russell Terrier, it's a Nipsey Russell.
It scratches and bites.
You still got to do in your hair? Giving you the hairdos?
Yeah. If I lay back, he'll do my hair. It's like pull on it with his teeth and stuff like that.
It's got that.
It's gonna, whatever's happening there. I don't know. Quaff, is that what you call it?
I don't know if anyone would call it.
It's creamered.
So that's what's going on with the dog, and I had asked Del if his mother sometimes watches the show, apparently, which is pretty astonishing. I asked what did she think of whatever's happening to baby Del, which was on episode 12, I think.
Yeah, 11 or 12.
So you'll be seeing that more often if you do.
Yeah, we'll show it again.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the outtakes too.
Yeah, some outtakes. And anyway, so what did your mom say you were telling?
Oh, Jimmy.
But I think it's funny because I've never known anyone to call him Jimmy. I've known him as Del for 25 years.
Except for dear old mom and dad.
Dear old mom and dad. Oh, Jimmy. She shook her head.
Yeah.
the pride swelling.
Yeah, but.
Once again, the unfailing lack of support. Oh, God almighty. Yeah, that was pretty funny. So, what have we got? You got something in the grab bag there?
Yeah, the beware signs.
You had beware signs.
I thought, it's like, how they have don't step on the grass kind of thing.
Right.
Well, there's different levels of how it increases, like, the danger. First they get the beware, don't step on the grass.
Don't step on the grass.
Then it goes to beware of dog.
Right.
Keep away from the dog because you're better not step on that grass.
Right.
Then they got beware of the owner with a gun.
Right.
Somebody with a shotgun sitting by the doorway.
I've actually seen those signs, yeah.
Then, they get even worse and worse. They got beware of a family of evil Nazis. That would be a sign that you wouldn't want on your lawn.
It's definitely a sign you
It'll keep me off the lawn.
Yeah.
And how about the next one up would be like beware of cannonballs. It's kind of like an 1800s.
That's a little bit mysterious, yeah.
Or you can go modern, go with beware of laser beams. Step on the grass, you get your foot fried off.
Yeah, kind of like the cannonballs.
Yeah. Like the 1800s. This goes back even further. How about beware of hungry cannibals? If they lived in the house, you don't want them. You don't want to step.
Now I'm thinking of this bit this old bit he's got on Funny or Die that he did with his other gang of notables called the Shrunken Head.
Yeah, check that.
Very strange. Very, very, very.
But
strange.
You know what's worse than a family of hungry cannibals keeping you off the lawn?
What's that?
Would be a phalanx.
A phalanx of hungry cannibals?
No, you know what a phalanx is? It's a block they have on ships that shoot out bullets all at the same time to destroy missiles.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I mean, it's like a whole block full of
I was thinking of the 300 Spartans. The Spartans would move in a phalanx.
Yeah. That's what they based it on. Kind of like
the sign is beware of a phalanx. That's
but there's more. There's more, of course.
There's more than that.
Beware of instant evaporation. That would be like maybe an atom bomb, a dirty bomb.
Star Trek.
Really, dangerous.
Beware of instant evaporation.
But the worst, this is the worst.
I'm enjoying these signs very much. Yeah.
The worst sign you have to look out for is beware of mother-in-law. That's like
Yeah.
worse than getting instant evaporated.
That is the worst
You
one.
can see it.
Yeah, make sure that everyone can read it.
It's all shiny. I have to take it out of the shiny part.
Dell always has these lists written down, and somehow it's funnier if people can read it on a card. I don't know.
Yeah. It's
Marginally, I don't know.
we can't afford one of those big poster things. Yeah. Well, go ahead. Enough of the signs.
Our Japanese investors have not come through with the yen as of yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right.
All right, we're gonna take a
They'll
little
always
commercial.
be around.
We're gonna take a little commercial break, and then we will be right back with the one and only
The Del Rivers Show. We're taking a break.
No, I'm like, what is
Break.
Okay.
Oh well.
Yeah, you're.
This is Del Rivers with the Indian Clubs. You have just seen Del Rivers with the Indian Clubs. This is Del Rivers does a squat thrust. You have just Rivers does a squat thrust. This is Del Rivers catches the medicine.
Okay, you ready?
Go ahead. Okay.
Ready?
Go ahead.
This is a big one.
Okay.
Oh, come on. All right, you ready?
Okay. Medicine ball.
Ball. You have just seen Del Rivers catches the medicine ball.
Okay, folks, we're back once again. Del Rivers Show. And I was thinking back, this is at least 15, 17 years. I hadn't seen Del in years. And I walked around the corner, and I don't know, he was at the store up here, and he was getting out of a minivan.
Yeah.
And I ran into him, and at the time he was living in some trailer park somewhere. So that was a while ago.
Yeah, that was an experience.
Yeah, so it's a little trip. This is a part of the show I call Memory Lane, going
Of
backwards.
stuff you don't remember.
Yeah, stuff you don't remember. So yeah, were there any humorous things you can tell me about living in the white trash trailer park?
This is the weird thing. This whole trailer park thing was a disaster from day one. Like, I moved out.
As opposed to so many other adventures in your life.
Well, what happened is I wanted to move out to get something that I could go out with my girlfriend, have a place to hang out with her and stuff like that. The relationship didn't go as planned, the whole thing with that. But
I do remember that you went through all this effort to get your privacy, and then things quickly dry gulched from there.
I didn't know there was a big mold problem, and I had white powdery mold over everything I owned inside the trailer. And I moved out of there. I had to get out. And I moved up to like a Meg Street.
Do you think that mold could have had something to do with your foot?
That's what my mom thinks, but I don't think so.
Nah.
It happened after that.
What you got is like too weird and genetic.
Yeah. It's probably. I think it's genetic, and it's also like
So this
irritated by
Yeah, every once in a while, we go a little bit Dick Cavett here, and we just talk about shit. And for a while now, I've been wanting to do a show devoted to medical issues.
Yeah.
But it's.
I can't talk about UFOs the whole time.
There's not a million laughs, but.
But there is some things to talk about.
In all seriousness, Del does have this very strange issue with his feet, some kind of a nerve pain, and doctors can't diagnose it correctly. Didn't somebody say it was peripheral neuropathy?
Yeah, idiopathic.
Idiopathic peripheral neuropathy.
Which is the doctor's way of saying you don't know what it is.
He keeps going to these specialists, and it gives them a lot of money, and they say, oh yeah, well, you definitely got problems.
Yeah.
That is about it.
Yeah,
but he told me last week, and I did look this up, that he self-diagnosed that he has erythromelalgia. You can't even pronounce it. Pronounce it. Say it.
Erythrophragm.
No, now you're just... You couldn't pronounce it before. I had to look it up. And it's a very unusual, difficult to diagnose, difficult to treat. It's some kind of a nervous disorder in the feet.
Yeah.
Degeneration of the nerves or something.
It's basically nerves are frying.
Yeah, and I suggested, as I had before, he's in a lot of pain, and the doctor won't give him painkillers because he doesn't want you to be addicted or something.
Right, to prevent addiction.
Yeah.
It's like, would it make any difference? I would be out of pain and I'm addicted to it.
Yeah, I know.
I still have to regulate how many I take per day.
Slippery slope.
Costs too much.
But I suggested trying acupuncture, and he's like, nah, probably wouldn't work. He goes, besides, I'm afraid of needles. And I'm like,
yeah, I don't like needles.
Fuck, man, you gotta man up. It's like, just do it,
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, you've never been hospitalized, right?
No, I've been in hospitals.
You've been in hospitals?
Yeah, when I cut my foot with a lawnmower at that time, I was in a hospital.
Yeah, but I mean, you haven't been operated on, you haven't been overnight in a hospital.
Just once or twice.
What were you overnighted for?
Once was because of my feet, because the medication didn't work, and I had to redo my medication.
Is that right? You had to go to the hospital?
Strong, yeah. I went up there and just kind of spent the whole night over there waiting for someone to talk to me about my pain problems.
Well, anyway, what I was going to say is that you get hospitalized. I've been hospitalized twice in my life. They start sticking needles in you, and the whole I'm afraid of needles thing, that ain't going to wash, man. They just come in there, and they'll just jam those needles in you anytime they want. They'll wake you up if you're sleeping. Yeah, you're going to get a needle.
Yeah.
But anyway, I know a guy. You should try the acupuncture. Just give it a fucking shot, and then you can say, it didn't work. But it's not. They're not really needles. They're like filaments.
Yeah.
They're just you can't even. You hold them up, you can't even see them.
Yeah.
And it's weird. I did it once. I had back and neck pain. The guy stuck them in me, and he hooks wires up to him, and he runs low-level electricity through you. He's already making faces.
Just not for me. I don't know. I'm like too sensitive.
He's too sensitive. He's gonna lay there in pain and agony.
Yeah.
What if it helps? What if it actually can get rid of it?
I'll think about it.
You're worse than my father. My father had this excruciating back pain for a long time. My mother tried to get him to acupuncture. She'd gone there, I'd gone there with good results. He refused by saying he didn't believe in it. One day she just put him in the car and drove him there.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, okay. Honestly, this is a true story. The guy gave him a 20-minute treatment. The next day he had absolutely no pain.
Wow.
And he could not get out of bed. He had excruciating back pain because he had an arthritis thing in his lower disc.
Yeah, they fixed it. Wow.
This thing worked,
Yeah.
So you should give it a shot.
Yeah, maybe we'll give it a shot sometime.
Yeah, so anyway, I've been ragging on Dell about this. You don't have any beef. Last week's beef was what, the toilet tsunami?
Yeah, the toilet tsunami.
Yeah, he had me really rolling. Flush the toilet, and all of a sudden it starts coming up. And I asked him, what did he do to clog the toilet? He said, this was a conspiratorial pre-clog. Yeah.
It was, It was set up.
He was set up.
But
I'm often referred to Dell as the foremost proponent of the blame game. Yeah, it's a good example.
I mean, I don't know, the home toilets, I can see them like overflowing, but like, when you go out in public, it doesn't happen that often.
This was one of your super
but it happens to me.
Plunge of the public toilet?
Yeah, it was a public toilet.
Oh, well, those things really torque out some water, too.
Yeah, they constantly, it was spouting, whatever. It was Putin. It was like the Russian
Dell said he ran out of there like a villager.
Yeah. The door would only move in a little bit, so I had to go around the door. I couldn't fit through.
Jesus God.
It's nuts.
Oh my Lord. And what else? We were talking about also under memory lane. Dell was talking about. Sometimes he did comedy, and he had quit doing comedy for a while. And, because he bombed too many times, so he gave it up. And,
the newspaper? Should I show that?
Yeah, you knew the newspaper, and he remembered the voice of this old woman who, after he did his bit once, she said, he bombed! A woman named Effie, who was an amateur comedian, yeah.
She was a famous Rochester comedian from 1939.
1939.
But if anyone wants to know where I have some notice, it was City Newspaper back in 2000, I think.
2001.
Yeah, 2001. And because of the newspaper article, I started doing comedy with Dan Liberto. I tried to, and ended up down the toilet.
Oh yeah, his big comeback apparently went right down the tube.
Yeah, the comeback did not work. Because I gave up comedy before I did the article, and I tried to do it again, and it didn't work. But it did after a while.
After a while, you got things going.
I got things going again, which is cool.
Right.
With help from Tiny Glover and Rich Gagne.
Yeah, that's right, the late Tiny Glover.
Yep.
Yeah, another guy.
Yeah, he was a great guy.
So many
Tiny
people
Glover.
just they died of heart attacks before the age of 50. It's incredible. Again, our medical issues show here.
Well, do you know what happened when he died? He was running on a treadmill.
He was on a treadmill.
But it was like he didn't have any sleep. It was early in the morning. If he'd relaxed before he did that, he wouldn't have.
Actually,
he overdid himself. In other words,
losing sleep is long-term.
Bad. You gotta have sleep before you exercise.
Yeah, this guy was really heavy too.
Yeah, he was heavy side.
So, speaking of diet, how's your diet going? Losing any weight?
I don't know. I'm maintaining. I haven't lost weight, but I'm maintaining.
Okay, I want to know honest. We know breakfast is always the non-gluten red hot balls.
Yeah, Chex.
Cinnamon
Chex.
Check red hot balls.
Lunch is usually a TV dinner because I have to eat at work.
A TV dinner, dead
but
carbs,
it's usually
no vitamins.
It's usually
Swanson's?
Weight Watchers or
Bird's
something
Eye?
Bird's Eye. I eat a bunch of Bird's Eyes for lunch.
Does it have tater tots in it?
No tater tots. Nothing you could fry. Nothing's fried. It's veggies. Usually some vegetables with that. And the weekends I eat salad.
Why don't you have celery sticks and carrot sticks?
I can't stand that crap. They said put peanut butter on it. It still tastes like celery. It's like, give me a break. Celery belongs in
every
food.
time I have mentioned a healthy food to him, I get this. He makes his face.
Who can eat carrots? That right from it's like pull a carrot out of the ground and start eating.
The only man on the planet who hates watermelon. It's insane. He told me that as part of the Mystery Dell a couple weeks ago. He hates watermelon. I've never heard of anything like this in all of my life. When I'm reading up about this erythromelalgia, it actually said people who have it are adversely affected by eating melon.
Yeah, I never knew. I never knew that.
Right.
That's why I don't like it.
Even as a kid, you didn't like melon?
No. What I had is
you are a fucking
I had
weirdo.
a cantaloupe flavored
You are one of the
Lifesaver.
weirdest people I have ever met in my life.
I had a cantaloupe flavored Lifesaver because it looked good.
Cantaloupe flavored Lifesaver.
Remember those?
Yeah, even that's not even
I was
so good.
gagging at it. Anything that tastes like cantaloupe, oh my god, I hate it. Don't like it. The closest I eat melons is like, what do you call those other things? Mangoes. That's not even a melon.
It's not a melon. It's melon-ish.
Melon-ish, but
mangoes
are pretty good. I like the mangoes.
It's healthy. Yeah. And what do you eat for dinner then when you get home?
Just whatever my mom makes.
What kind of stuff does she dole out?
Chicken, I don't know, hamburger,
really?
Meat potatoes.
This is like really standard, the golden era of TV food, right?
Right, yeah.
She ever make creamed corn?
Creamed corn? I used to eat that when I was a kid.
Wax beans?
Oh, I hate wax beans. Can't eat them. Those aren't even real beans. I like the beans that are like, the Campbell's size ones or the Bush's. I like Bush's beans kind of stuff.
Like all of his references aren't from canned material. Have you noticed that? Everything.
There was a beep. Did that thing beep? Maybe you're.
No, it's
it's the clock
here. Yeah.
I thought that might be running out of batteries.
Clock showing us that we're blathering on and running out of time. How many viewers have we lost in the last 5 minutes?
See the thing at the bottom. You can push it ahead, push it back.
Oh yeah. Now, last week, Del told me he had a friend who looks like Muhammad Atta. Be fun to go through an airport with this guy.
Why are you using last week's material?
I don't know.
This week.
I don't know. So I thought it was funny. It was something funny about it. You're sort of getting
I should show a picture of this guy. The way you're talking about.
If you shaved and took your glasses off and got your hair to go back, you'd be like a fat Muhammad Atta. Like Muhammad Atta hasn't died. He just gained a lot of weight and moved to Rochester.
Right. I'm in disguise. Jeez.
Oh Lord.
What else we got on the plate? Anything
I think that's pretty much it for this week. Fairly concise.
Yeah, I'm done with all my stuff.
You're done with your grab bag?
Yep, we did all that.
All right. Well, that's it for this week, folks. We'll have more for you next week. We'll keep going on and on and on.
Blah, 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 blah.
We'll see you next week, folks.